Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us for the next episode of Startup Q&A. So for this episode, someone asked, how do entrepreneurs or founders deal with the information overload? Now, you're probably thinking about Google information overload, but actually he or she meant data points in their business, in how they operate their business. One thing that I encourage people to do, or founders, is when they get a lot of data, figure out a way to maybe pull that data or extract it and put it into a dashboard. That'll help you keep track of it and actually help it make sense. Because if you're just looking every day at user login time, or if you're looking at revenue per user, that's great. Churn rate, all that's great, but you really don't need to know it unless you're doing strategy. Cash flow, financials, you need to know kind of on a day-to-day or weekly basis. But all the other things, it's more for strategy's sake. So updating the team if you have a team, or just making sure that you're on point with where your marketing is going, and also your churn rate and user success. And so one thing that I would recommend is Octoboard. I think that they're still alive. They have a really cool dashboard interface that you can sign up for, and what it does is you just basically log in using APIs into different marketing channels, into QuickBooks, into other platforms, and it pulls in all your data, and then you can build dashboards for yourself. But it's also really cool because if you have investors or you have other partners that are highly invested in your company, you can kind of invite them to see your Octoboard and give them permission so that they can see the revenues that you're using. It saves on PowerPoints and creating decks and things like that for investor updates, but also team updates. And you can kind of get recurring reports from it. So you can send out reports, I think weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. I think are the times that you can send out automated reports. And I think that's really helpful. And allows you to get out of looking at the day-to-day numbers. Again, finances are different because you need to be able to manage cash flow really, really well. But everything else, don't get into the hype. If you see your numbers skyrocket in follows and in vanity metrics and things like that, don't look at those. That'll waste time. But when you're looking at really executing and operating at a very high level, you're going to want to probably invest in a dashboard type service, because that will clean up the data. You won't be looking through spreadsheets on spreadsheets. It'll automate all of that, and it'll save you time on your reporting as well. So that's my recommendation. Again, I'm pretty sure it's called Octoboard, and it pulls in all types of different information. I think that's really powerful. If you're primarily on Stripe or you run a SaaS business, you can use a service called Baremetrics. What they do is they pull in all your information and they break down your metrics-driven stats via how your users come to you and analytics and things like that. That's another option, but I really like Octoboard because it's kind of platform agnostic, whereas Baremetrics is mostly for SaaS companies. Octoboard, it can kind of pull in different data points from different platforms and different revenue streams. So I think that's pretty valuable as well, because you might, if you run a service businesses with a SaaS component or a subscription-based service, you can really pull out different data and metrics from that as well. We do it that way. Well, we run on subscription for some things, but we also run on project base, and then we also run on hourly as well. So to combine those all together, Baremetrics isn't really the best for us. But if you're hearing about this, I love what you guys are doing. I think it's awesome. And hopefully this helps. Hopefully this is really informative for you. If it is, subscribe below, give us a thumbs up. Don't thumbs down us though. We're early, man. We're early. So don't hit us with a thumbs down or a negative comment. Just send us a private message. Tell us what you want to learn. If you send us questions, we'll answer it as soon as possible. We'll get it pushed out, and hopefully this was helpful to you.